Visiting the resting place of Shoghi Effendi, guardian of the Baha'i faith, is a spiritual bounty for all.
Whether individually, in groups, with their friends and families, as neighborhoods or as communities and institutions, ours is the opportunity to come to honor the sign of God on earth. Here we may pray that Baha'u'llah will confirm every step we put forward in the pathway of His love.
The National Spiritual Assembly earnestly hopes and prays that all of the Friends will avail themselves regularly of the opportunity to make visits to this sacred spot.
When Shoghi Effendi unexpectedly passed away in London on the 4th of November 1957, a sea of grief was released upon the Baha'i world. His passing robbed them of the one described by Abdul-Baha as that youthful branch branched out from the two hallowed and sacred lote trees, the expounder of the words of God, the sign of God, the chosen branch, the guardian of the cause of God, he unto whom all must turn. Shoghi Effendi's widow, Amatul Baha Ruhiya Khanum, later wrote, "It would be hard indeed to find a comparable figure in history, who in a little over a third of a century set so many different operations in motion, who found the time to devote his attention to minute details on one hand, and on the other to cover the range of an entire planet with his plans, his instructions, his guidance, and his leadership." The final resting place in London of the guardian of the cause of God is therefore a site of far-reaching significance for the Baha'is of the United Kingdom and the world.
Shoghi Effendi's deep relationship with this land, to which he first came to begin his studies at Oxford University, whose landmarks and landscape he visited and admired, and whose language he mastered to such a remarkable degree, was forever sealed with the interment of his mortal remains in its soil. Shoghi Effendi's grave was built of the same dazzling white Carrara marble he had himself chosen for the monuments of his distinguished forebears in Haifa. The single marble column, crowned by a Corinthian capital, is surmounted by a globe, the map of Africa facing forward. For had not the victories won in Africa brought him the greatest joy during that last year of his life? Atop the globe perches a stately gilded eagle, a reproduction of a Japanese sculpture which Shoghi Effendi had placed in his own room. No better emblem than this symbol of victory could have been found for the resting place of him who had won so many victories, as he led the hosts of Baha'u'llah's followers on their ceaseless conquests through 5 continents of the world.
In recent years, much painstaking work has been carried out to enhance the resting place of Shoghi Effendi. The eagle has recently been regilded. Trees that blossom in spring are taking root within the enclosure and radiating out in 19 rows from the resting place. Newly planted flowers increase the beauty of this sacred spot, delighting every eye. The pathways, the stone urns, the brick walls and entrance gate have all been replaced using high-quality materials, and the balustrade has been restored. Gates now protect the peaceful atmosphere. Improved facilities for the custodians have been constructed. and dotted around the cemetery are large stones, cut from the slopes of Mount Carmel in the Holy Land,